points. So you agreed to teach the class.
Of course.
You were going through the process of teaching the class.
Yes.
The university's explanation for why you're suspended was what?
Well, it was, first of all, refusal to teach the course, which, as I've just said, is a misstatement on their part, a mischaracterization. I resisted teaching the course when first assigned because I thought it was most inappropriate to take it away from the person who had developed it, who mastered it, and force it on me. I'm an extremely productive scientist, busy with a lot of different things. Had I taken on the duty of trying to master human aggression to her level, I would have failed, and then it would have taken 3 months out of my life.
You told the students that you would teach the class.
Right.
But you wanted to bring someone else in to participate, someone that you thought had some additional qualifications, but you never resisted teaching the class.
I showed up at class and was ready and set to roll.
But the university was upset because you told the students that you didn't think you were qualified?
The university was upset because I was honest with the students in a couple of ways. I honestly told them that I was not the best person, that the best person was in the room, and I introduced her to them, that it was her syllabus that was in the catalog as if it was what my syllabus would be, and that it was a mistake for the university to so-and-so. So I, in describing the course, I criticized myself, and I showed how I would try to make up for my inadequacies by getting 7 lectures from her, and how I would then concentrate on a sub-area of particular interest and expertise on my part, the interaction between human aggression and deception and self-deception. So no. They claim I refused to teach a course. That is an untruth. They claim that I violated university policy by underemphasizing my ability to do something. Well, again, they are trying to penalize me for being honest. And what they really didn't like was when I criticized them.
So where it stands right now is that you're currently on suspension.
I'm suspended with pay, but with the understanding that they are moving inexorably to try to suspend the pay.
And I saw the letter, and I don't need to see it again, but I saw the letter. The details of what they explained, it has everything to do with, you told the students, they say you refused to teach the class, which you say is not the case. And then they point to, I guess, there was an incident of your aggression that they speak to.
No. In order for them to do it the way they did, then by a university rule that I learned about, not from the letter the dean sent, he never referred to this at all. Mm-hmm. It's only buried away in the university rules that for them to yank someone immediately like this, he or she has to reasonably be seen as an immediate and serious threat, by which they meant physical threat. Okay. And that, there's no evidence whatsoever for that. They don't offer it. It doesn't exist. So that rankles. I mean, have these courses yanked from me, 230 students, and trust me, I'd put a lot of time into preparing their reader and the content and blah, blah, blah. That's painful. But on top of it, for the grounds for this to be this malign assertion about me, which they feel free to make, even though there's no evidence whatsoever to back it up. But one thing you got to remember, Mr. Anderson, when you're dealing with Rutgers University, Rutgers is part of the state. And the state tends not to care so much about its own illegal behavior. Oh, did I just misspeak? Its own illegal behavior, as the rest of us do. Private institutions tend to be more careful, you know.
Are you surprised that they have an issue with you? I mean, you very clearly are an outspoken person who doesn't bite your tongue, who kind of pushes forward. It's not the first time that you guys have had it, you and Rutgers have had a difference of opinion of how things should be handled. Are you at all surprised that they're responding this way?
Yes, I was quite surprised. I was amazed. In other words, I had the class on Wednesday. It went extremely well. Students were eager. 50 had signed up in the last week when they heard that it was me that was going to be teaching it instead of this alternative professor that teaches a poor version of the class. So that was going well, and I thought the human aggression class was off to a good start. The university said I was being disobedient by discouraging the students from taking the class, but not a single student left. Not a single student left. And they all signed up, and there were about 12 of them that had to, by rules of the course, get permission from me, because it was either they took this earlier course of mine or permission of the instructor. So those 12 lined up, and I gave everyone permission, but it also gave me the chance to meet 12. And there's some students that were hanging around. So that seemed like a bloated charge that, I'm what? Insubordinate because I'm discouraging them from taking the course. No, I'm only being honest. And by the way, they liked the honesty so far as I can tell. Nobody failed to take the course.
Thank you, sir.
You're